The first note that I wrote was, horror trailers are the best trailers. Change my mind. It's a terrible meme, I'm sorry. Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara Just Saw. And I just went and saw Crawl. The Zelda cup. And it's vodka. I don't enjoy vodka at all. It's my least favorite drink of all time, but it's all we have. And I think this movie demands it, not because it was bad, but because it was what it was. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. It tastes like nothing but everything all at once. So Crawl. I feel like the last month and a half, 2 months have been non-stop movie mania. So many films. I've missed a ton of things. I still haven't seen Child's Play. There's a Ma. I still haven't seen Ma. There's such cool horror, like thriller films that I wanted to see, and I've missed them because so many other things have come out. And this was on the bottom of my list of things to see. Crawl. I went in thinking I might enjoy parts of it because it's an hour and a half, and that means it's hopefully like pretty tight in the cuts and the pacing, and you kind of just, you know what you're getting into. It's an alligator, and he's chasing people. He's chomping them down. I was at the dollar store today, and there was this kid's mask that was a crocodile, and I'm doing a cosplay soon for the creature of the Black Lagoon. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, maybe I could use this green foam for like the face flaps of that, because it's at the dollar store, and I didn't buy it. And I've never regretted something so hard than when I realized I was seeing Crawl, and I couldn't use that for the thumbnail. Also, I apologize for the lighting and the sound in this video. It was kind of hobbled together at last minute. But anyways, let's get into Crawl. It didn't have an incredible storyline, but like they committed to it fully, and I kind of admire that. I love that. I think the acting in this movie ruled. The main woman was so good. I think her dad is a good actor, and it's them the whole time. There's a few other small minor characters, but for the most part it's these two characters stuck in a house escaping these mean, rude, cranky crocodiles or alligators. One of them, who knows. Ike also, he loved it so much. Oh, he loves a good suspense thriller. It's his favorite genre. So he's here for it. There's not really, though, much I can say about this other than what you already know about it. In the genre it's in, it's a good film, but outside of the genre it's in, it's not a good film. It's a low budget, cheesy, stupid plot, stupid script, surprisingly well acted film. There's a lot of things that I feel like they could have used in this film. Like, they were in a house, so they could have gotten knives, and I know they were trapped in the basement for a lot of it, but they got out of the basement, and there's a lot happening. You know, your primal brain is just going at full speed ahead, but I feel like they could have found other weapons to use. She uses like a flare at some point to hurt these beasts, because there's a lot of them. I thought there was just one big mean lizard, but there's like a lot of mean lizards. And I feel like she could have used like some knives in the house, or I don't know, knives in the house. So in the film, they get right into the action, and I enjoy that. It's an hour and a half, so we know going in that this is not going to be a character-driven piece, and it's not, and that's great. And in that, they do a really good job with the characters, honestly. The lead actor has a lot of depth within them, and I think there's some good stuff with the dad, too. It could have been so much worse, and I think they cast it really well. I think that's one of the worst parts about films like this, is that they're usually really cheesily cast. And this one was not. Like, she single-handedly saved this movie. She was so invested. She was so emotionally, what's this? What am I doing here? There. She was just emotionally there, you know. There are some weird inconsistencies with the characters, though. Like, she is this badass swimmer who's super strong, super independent, and then like one rat shows up and she's just like, oh my, I can't deal with this, and like freaking out. And I that was kind of unbelievable for some reason. Maybe that's because my best friend in 6th grade was a rat named Yogurt. Probably that's why. But I also think I probably shouldn't be dissecting this character as much as I am. I think this movie is something that you just go into knowing what you're getting into, and then you get into it and you're there. And then that's just the end of it. And we're here, we've done it, we're good. That was Crawl, everybody. There are some weird dialogue choices, which it could have been, again, could have been so much worse. I think movies like this usually go down a terrible, cheesy, awful, over-sexualized, dumb jokes, bad path. And this didn't do that. And like also in the ways that they did do that, the lead actress, she just acted her way through it. But there were a few instances where she calls her father daddy. She says it a lot. And she's a sexy human being. And the dad is also a sexy human being. And so it's just weird for that character to continuously call her father daddy. Stop it. There is something happening in Chicago right now, though, that does make this movie, like, the stakes higher for this film. Chicago officials say alligator traps are being placed around a lagoon in hopes of catching a gator that has taken up residence there. That's maybe one of the only reasons I moved to a big city, is to avoid things like that. I used to live in a broccoli field with like maybe 1,000 people living there, and now I live in Chicago, and it's like the United States' 3rd biggest city, and here I am. There's still alligator traps being set to catch alligators. Ike, we're going back. No, we're not. I just wrote in my notes, just don't move to Florida. It's super easy. Just don't move to Florida. There's so many reasons why you wouldn't move to Florida. So just don't move to Florida. Crawl. Don't move to Florida. Like, in the grand scope of these types of films that I've seen, this is a really good one. I would have rather have seen Child's Play or Ma, I think, just because those intrigued me a lot more than this one did. Again, this was the only thing coming out this week other than that one with the Guardians of the Galaxy guy. I'm gonna give this 6 out of 10 hair flips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One day, Ike is gonna rise above us all, and he's going to swim in our basement, and he's gonna avenge. Look at that hand on the cheek. Like, Tamara, no. Did you know that you're the star of this whole show? Oh my gosh, next week is The Lion King. Can you feel the disgusting, crappy, crusty vodka tonight? It's so freaking gross. Simba! I'm sorry. I will have better lighting and sound next week, and I will see you there. Bye! Simba! Everything beyond the video that the internet touches is yours. You don't want it though, it's terrible.